Welcome into another AD update. I'm Andrew Galata alongside Fordham Athletic Director Ed Cole. How are you doing?
Good, Andrew. Great to be with you.
Yes, it's definitely a good time to be a Ram, especially in the sports world, the athletics world right now. Basketball season is fast approaching. Right outside of the Rose Hill Gym we are right now, and yesterday, Rose Hill Gym was pumping with the late night on the hill, which to me was really interesting. It's really the first year Fordham has done something like that. So how did this idea come about, and how do you think the event went?
I thought the event was a huge success, a ton of fun, a tremendous example of school spirit, school pride, and it's kind of off of the old model, Andrew, of Midnight Madness. Back in the day, there used to be a lot of events at 12:01 when basketball practices were allowed to start per the NCAA rules, and they would have kind of a big party, a big festive event. And I just kind of felt that, from my standpoint, not only just being a new athletic director and a new basketball season, but 21 months of COVID for our student body and our campus. Got to spend a lot of time on this campus in the past year and a half, and the challenges of our students and the inability to go places and do things, and even now with the New York City restrictions and the campus safety procedures. How do we celebrate? How do we have a festive event? So to have 2,700 students here last night with a DJ and a party atmosphere, and of course ASAP Ferg, our new inherited Fordham family member, a new Ramley member. It was just exciting and fun. Kids had a blast, student athletes had a blast. We had a bunch of alumni and donors in the building, they had a blast. I think our men's and women's basketball staffs and team had a blast. And it's fun to be able to be together, celebrate, kind of take a little bit of inventory and appreciation for what we've been through. And it was great to see all the student body come out and pack the gym, and a good way to start the tip off of our basketball season, which starts on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Women versus Quinnipiac, men versus Columbia.
Yeah, definitely. Both seasons, a lot of excitement around these two teams, especially the women marquee non-conference schedule. What do you think that does, just the benefits of that? Obviously, you play better competition, that helps conference time, and also just marketing the program, obviously that does a lot too. What do you feel like the biggest benefit to have that marquee non-conference schedule?
Yeah, I think, what obviously, especially on the women's side, what they have built in terms of a schedule, Coach Gately will play anybody anytime, and obviously the non-conference schedule is so powerful, and I think those challenges speak volumes to, I think, the level of where our women's program is at on a national landscape. I think it's obviously from a program standpoint, A10 standpoint, really positions our women's basketball team strongly in the NCAA tournament conversations of either at-large bid or, of course, our efforts to win the conference. I think it helps prepare our team for the rigors of conference play with strong challenges up front, and really allows the development and building of talent. And I think, I've always said playing competitive schedules really prepares a team for the ability for the home stretch run of challenging postseason and tournament times in the A10 schedule. So I think Coach Gately's been doing this 35 years. She knows what it takes, and her teams always get better at the end of the season. I think her scheduling speaks a lot to that.
For sure, and then looking over the men's side, a lot of excitement there too. First year under head coach Kyle Neptune. Obviously, with the program, lots to be excited about, a lot of new energy into it. What's one thing you're pinpointing kind of at the early part of the season?
Yeah, what I love and what I'm identifying early in the season, Andrew, is I see a lot of the energy and enthusiasm. I love the culture and environment being built by Coach Neptune and his staff. I think you saw that last evening, even here, in terms of the late night on the hill and what that energy and enthusiasm did for this campus in terms of energizing our student body is really coming from a lot of those efforts and that culture building. And it's obviously the non-conference schedule. Starting here Tuesday with Columbia, the ability to develop some chemistry, a lot of new players on this team, hopefully generate a little bit of confidence and comfort level with each other. I think the more this team is able to play together, the better in terms of establishing that. So not only the new style of play Coach Neptune is bringing to it and the toughness on defense, but also that culture and environment and that energy, enthusiasm, hopefully the chemistry can be expedited here in the non-conference play, preparing our men for conference.
For sure, and I also want to move over to some fall sports on the gridiron with the football team right now. 5 straight wins, and they're just right now on all cylinders, really clicking, especially after the first 3 losses. Really hard non-conference schedule. We talked about earlier what a non-conference schedule does for you. As the team now finishes out here, some really tough games. They'll be traveling to Washington, D.C. to take on Georgetown, and then the big Ram Crusader Cup here at Rose Hill against 2 undefeated Patriot League conference schedules right now. We look at Holy Cross and Fordham. How excited you are for the end of the season and that big game against Holy Cross?
Really excited, really happy, really proud, and happy for Coach Conlon and his staff and our student athletes in the football program. I think you hit the nail on the head, Andrew, as you transition from the conversation of scheduling a tough non-conference to how that prepares a team for conference. I think the Nebraska games and the Florida Atlantic games for our football team has paid tremendous dividends. You're seeing that as they go for win number 6 tomorrow versus Georgetown down there in D.C. 6 in a row, obviously undefeated conference season, first place in the conference. And then obviously lining them up for next week's matchup against Holy Cross. Holy Cross is definitely obviously the premier favorite in this league. They've had a great start to their season and has been probably our arch rival here in the Patriot League the last couple of years. So excited for our men. I'm really pumped on how Coach Conlon has gotten them ready to play and continues to get the most out of them here in terms of, and then coming off a good bye week was important, Andrew. Get healthy, a little bit of rest. I think we were banged up a little bit, especially on defense, so hopefully that bye week puts us in really good position against Georgetown.
Especially playing 9 straight weeks, that's definitely to get that bye week. I bet it was well rested, and now to get back here for the last part of the schedule. And before I let you go, I want to talk about 2 fall sports, that have had some success here. First, men's soccer under Carlo Acquista in his first 3 years, 3 playoff appearances, a conference championship, conference semifinals. What do you feel like that really says about him, the program he's built, and early having all this success?
Yeah, I think we saw a tremendous run there in the spring for our men's soccer program, getting into the NCAA tournament. Unfortunately losing to Marshall, who was the eventual national champion. So obviously they lost to the best in the country. I think Coach Acquista has done a pretty good job of bringing a swagger and a confidence to our men's soccer program. I think he's done a good job, obviously recruiting, done a good job in terms of creating a real chemistry. And I think that swagger shows because they've had some challenges early on, especially their non-conference schedule, very tough non-conference schedule with some Big East opponents, Providence, St. John's. I think they had Georgetown as well, and I think those non-conference games also paying dividends now for them as they've gotten hot at the right time. Chemistry is gelling at the right time, and to host obviously the first round of the Atlantic 10 tournament tomorrow night here at Rose Hill versus VCU is a strong testament to them seeing the season through, and I think they're firing on all cylinders and heading into postseason play in the right mode.
And another fall sport I want to talk about, doesn't always get the love, is water polo, nationally ranked team. What do you think it says about that program to be nationally ranked?
They don't get the love. They don't get the love, and kudos to Coach Bill Harris, Coach Brian Bacharach, done a great job. Nationally ranked, 16 in the country. Took down Johns Hopkins last week, and Bucknell. They have obviously a busy weekend here with, I believe, Navy and a few of our programs. But what they've done is incredible. A lot of credit to Dave Roach, former athletic director, increased funding and support of water polo, and I think those investments are paying dividends for that program. And Bill and Brian have it firing in all cylinders as well. And if you haven't checked out our water polo program, make sure you do. It's an exciting, fun sport here in the Lombardi Center. Nice opportunity to cheer on a nationally ranked program.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I had one last question, pretty unique question that I had. I was reading through Fordham Athletic social media, the website, and I saw a partnership with Sports Analytics Society here on campus. And I just think that's super, super interesting because you look around, the whole landscape across the country of collegiate sports, and you don't see many of these analytics programs. So what was kind of behind that partnership, and what do you hope to get out of it?
So I had come across Peter Majors, the president of the Sports Analytics Club here at Fordham, and saw him on social media, saw some of the articles he was writing, was fascinated by what he was doing. I'd known a little bit. We had a few of our students on campus supporting our baseball program even the last couple of years from this club or a part of this club, and I was really curious to learn more. I feel like the data, the numbers, The analytics, the research is really something that's fascinating to me and what I do and how I kind of attack this job. And I think it's, as you know, it's more and more important in all sports. You're seeing all sports really break down numbers and figures and look at film differently. And how do we get additional support? How do we get another advantage? How do we get more staff help? So they've been phenomenal. It's a large group. I think it's up to almost 40 students who are part of this club on campus. We have support for men's basketball, women's basketball, both soccers, softball, baseball, football. All have a student club representative on their staff now. And they're crunching numbers, they're looking at analytics, they're following trends. And I think it's not only the future, it's currently what's driving a lot of the front office decisions for many sports and programs. And I think I'm thrilled that we're able to kind of partner with our Fordham students, and I'm thrilled they're able to provide our coaches additional support that we didn't have. So it's a win-win for everybody, and I think it's just another example of the whole experience and how special Fordham students are in terms of their love of sport, but also, of course, their incredible academic and intelligent prowess. So.
Definitely a busy time in Fordham athletics, and I just want to see if you give us a little recap of everything going on with Fordham athletics.
I appreciate it, Andrew. It's been another busy week here at Rose Hill and for our Ramley. Again, super proud of our student athletes, continue to work hard on and off the playing surface. So, yeah, water polo, number 16 in the country, continued their success. Win streak up to 6 games, beating Johns Hopkins and Bucknell. Impressive. Water polo's Perella and O'Mara again sweep the water polo weekly awards, so congratulations to them. Again, they continue to dominate at a national level. Men's soccer plays to a draw on their senior day last weekend at St. Joe's. They will host VCU Saturday night. First round of the Atlantic 10 tournament we're hosting, so good luck to our men's soccer program and Coach Acquista. Volleyball down, Duquesne in 4, and volleyball continues to fight for a postseason berth. Great job by Coach Choi and our ladies in volleyball. Golf had a nice weekend. Manning finished second at the Metropolitan Championship. Congrats to Manning and our golf program. Women's basketball was victorious by a 40-point victory in their exhibitions, their last exhibition game, as they prepare for Tuesday night's opener versus Quinnipiac. Congratulations to women's soccer's Hope Bailey. Hope was the Atlantic 10 Academic All-Conference team member. So congratulations there. And coming up this weekend, a busy weekend, starting here this evening, Friday night at the Rose Hill Gymnasium, our women's volleyball program hosts 3 matches this weekend. St. Louis, VCU, and Davidson continue to fight for playoff berth. Good luck to Coach Choi and our young ladies. Water polo has Mount St. Mary's, Johns Hopkins, Navy, GW. Water polo, nationally ranked in the country, 16, continues with a busy weekend. Squash has the Vassar Round Robin. Good luck to our squash program. Squash had a wonderful alumni event last weekend with the Hawthorne family, honoring Bob Hawthorne and his legacy for our squash and tennis programs and a bunch of alumni. So wish them good luck. Football's at Georgetown tomorrow, as we talked about. It's going for 6 in a row. Hopefully our football program continues their success. Good luck to Coach Conlon and the program. Swim and dive takes on Georgetown here at Rose Hill. Good luck to swim and dive as they continue their success thus far. And then men's soccer, Saturday night versus VCU. First round of the Atlantic 10 Championship Tournament. Good luck, Coach Acquista and our men's soccer program. Rams are busy. Rams are fighting. And then Tuesday night, reminder, opening basketball evening. Men's and women's hoops. First at 6 for the women versus Quinnipiac. Men at 8:30 versus Columbia. Get your season tickets. You want to support the programs? Get season tickets. You and your friends, your teammates, your classmates, split them, share them. Come to this gym, support our programs. I promise you, you'll see a great product and a very entertaining evening.
Just a really exciting time here to be a Ram here with Fordham Athletics. But thank you so much for the time, Ed. Always love talking.
My pleasure. Always good being with you, Andrew. And have a great weekend and go Rams.